Good afternoon, Spenceport parents. This is Dr. Pam Kissel, Interim Superintendent, and with me is Ty Zinkiewich, Assistant Superintendent for Instruction. We are pleased to share that our K-5 Ad Hoc Committee has recommended a 4-day return for students beginning Monday, April 12th, and we wanted to provide you with the details that we have thus far. But before we get to that, I want to share that while we are talking about K-5 here, Monroe County School Districts announced today that we have agreed to work with the Finger Lakes Reopening Schools Safely Task Force to pursue a reopening plan that aligns with CDC guidelines for the fourth quarter for all grades. This plan will need to be approved by the New York State Department of Health before being implemented. This is great news and a promising step in the right direction. We are very hopeful that a plan will be identified quickly. With that, I want to extend my sincerest thanks to the members of the K-5 Ad Hoc Committee, the teachers, staff, directors, principals, and administrators, and for the leadership of the co-chairs Ty Zinkiewich and STA President Joe DiTucci. A great deal of heavy lifting has gone into this recommendation, and I want to acknowledge the work of our principals and their teams for the hundreds of hours spent on the logistics and details to make this happen. I am acutely aware of the enormous effort it has taken to get us this far, and I realize that there's a great deal of work yet to be done in a short period of time. At this point, I'd like to introduce Ty Zinkiewich.
Thank you, Dr. Kissel. Hello, everyone. Like Dr. Kissel said, we wanted to provide an update to our parents on our K-5 instructional model that we're looking to adopt beginning on April 12th. With that, Dr. Kissel referenced the ad hoc committee. As you can see here, members of the ad hoc committee were quite diverse, including classroom teachers, special education providers, special area teachers, intervention specialists, related service providers, teaching assistant, building principals, and district office personnel. And I just want to echo Dr. Kissel's comments about the collaborative efforts and the work and the partnership that we share with members of the STA. We're so proud of this collaborative effort and just the positive work that we're able to accomplish. So Dr. Kissel provided a charge to this committee, and it's to consider and propose increased options for students in school learning opportunities. Now, this started a few months ago, I'd say back in January, and our first meeting was held on February 8th. During that meeting, we looked at 3 possible options. They include alternating Wednesdays, having school 4 days per week, then having school 5 days per week. As you know, there's some other additional considerations that we needed to explore in order to help us reach a decision. That includes the utilization of space, how we access and utilize our staff, the impact on instruction, what we do for our special areas, transportation, including the arrival and dismissal of our students, Wednesdays, and then lunch. So all of our families at the K-5 level received a survey back on March 5th. In the breakdown from that survey, you can see these numbers here, how many individuals replied to the survey, and you can see a cross-reference from kindergarten to 5th grade where there's a lot of equity. Unfortunately, we did not receive 100% return with these surveys, and that will be addressed in a few moments. So we asked our parents to identify their child's current instructional model, and then if we were to implement a 4-day in-person instructional model, for them to select the preferred method, meaning either 4 days in school or a hybrid approach or a remote approach. We also then asked our parents to provide us some insight on their availability to transport their son or daughter. And here you can see just the breakdown where 46% of our families shared that they could transport their son or daughter to school. And so as we look at our hybrid numbers and our remote numbers, this bottom chart just captures the student movement of individuals that express an interest to move from hybrid to remote, remote to hybrid. Now, you heard me mention that we did not reach a 100% success rate in our survey. So one of the things that we need to do is to contact each family to ensure that we hear from them their preferred model for instruction. So Dr. Kissel shared with you at the beginning that we are transitioning to 4 days of in-person learning on Monday, April 12th, 2021. In order to accomplish this, we need to increase additional sections or pods at certain grade levels across the district, depending on the class size, depending on if families select hybrid or remote. And these positions will be filled by intervention specialists. Our teaching assistants may also be used to support a learning pod. We know that moving forward, we also have to provide an option for remote learning, so that option is still in existence. So the resulting impact, in order for us to prepare for April 12th, RTI services will conclude and be suspended on Tuesday, March 23rd. Now you may be asking yourself, why did we select April 12th? Well, we have a lot of work to accomplish between now and then, and we need to provide our staff time to get together, to plan, to brainstorm. We need to reroute our transportation routes. We need to ensure that our facilities are up to par, knowing that we're adding classrooms across the district. We need to furnish all those classrooms. And so then we also, in order to accomplish this, will be providing asynchronous learning opportunities for students on Wednesday, March 24th and March 7th. Now, moving forward, after implementation on April 12th, our special area teachers will have the option to Zoom with their students on Wednesday in the morning and or post asynchronous learning for our remote students. Our plan is to mail home relevant information to families on Friday, March 26th, and to host a virtual parent forum with a tentative date of Wednesday, March 24th. Now, I know this is a lot of information and you may have a lot of questions. We're working with the buildings as we speak to process all those questions. Encourage you, if you have a direct question that impacts your son or daughter, to reach out to your principal. And our hope is, because I think the underlying concern of most parents and our teachers is switching of student schedules, a student being moved to a different teacher. We're working diligently to address this and to ensure that every student has access to their teacher within the confines of the school day. This is a heavy lift. We appreciate your patience. Most importantly, we appreciate the partnership that we share with our parents and our community here in Spencerport. And thank you for your time.